Hi guys, today I have my Essie nail polish collection for you. So as you can see, I don't have a whole lot of Essie nail polishes. That's all that I have. And in the back of the drawer, I have some other random brands. So let me just show you real quick what's going on right here. The first one I have here is called As Gold As It Gets. It is a iridescent topper kind of shade, and I do like it. Then we have Glamour Purse. So I do like this one. It's kind of on the nudie brownish taupe shade. It's actually quite interesting. Then we have Miss Fancy Pants. This one is similar to the Glamorous Purse, but it's more on the gray side or more cool-toned. So I think they do make a difference in my eyes at least. So I kept both of them. Next is Urban Jungle. I do really like this one. It's kind of like a off-white gray shade, and I think it's quite unique. Then we have Topless and Barefoot. I think this one is a classic. This one is a perfect nude. It's a little bit pink undertoned, but definitely a nude. I think it's very much office appropriate. This is Like to Be Bad. I think this came from a bridal collection a few years back, and it's a pink shade with a little bit of a darker pink shimmer going through it. It's a little bit on the sheer side, so you probably would have to use like 3 coats, but I think it's still a very pretty bridal shade or nude. Then we have Sugar Daddy. This one is a classic, and as you can see, it's definitely a jelly formula. It's very runny and sheer. You probably would need like 2 to 3 coats and your nail line would still show through, but sometimes I'm into that look and I just feel like having something that's barely there, you know, kind of thing. And it will be a perfect base for a French manicure too. This is No Baggage Please. It's also from a bridal collection a few years back, and this one is similar to the Like to Be Bad. As you can see, they both have shimmer going through it, but then No Baggage Please is a lot more pink compared to Like to Be Bad. It's more nude, so I like both of them. We have Your Hut or Mine. This one I got a few years back and it's quite dirty for some reason. It's actually a really pretty raspberry pinky shade, and I love it a lot. This is just Pampered. I think this one is quite unique. It's kind of a cherry red. I have a lot of red polishes, but not anything that's quite this color, to be honest. And this one is a little bit on the sheer side. I think it's borderline a jelly formula. It probably needs like 3 coats, but once it's done on your nails, it's squishy and it's just pretty. This is The Girls Are Out. This is definitely a summer color for me. It's a magenta shade with a lot of silver shimmer. It's very fun, very bright, very attention calling. Tarte DECO is kind of a classic, I would say, and mine started changing color for some reason, but I think it should be fine. I haven't used it for a while. The color should be more like this right here. It's not as orangey as it looks in my bottle. I think the pigment kind of settled in my bottle. It probably needs a good shake now. Then I have Sunday Funday. This one is also a really fun color in the summer. It's kind of on the coral side compared to The Girls Are Out, but also it has a lot of silver shimmer. It's definitely a pretty shade to wear in the summer. This is Penny Talk. It's kind of a metallic, like a penny shade as it describes, but it's a little bit more silver than a penny. I think I really like this one because it is easy to apply. It only requires 1 coat and it dries incredibly fast. So if I'm rushing out of the door and I need a new manicure, I would choose to use this one. Then we have SOIREE Mauve. This one is also very interesting. I think it doesn't look like it's much in the bottle, but I think it's a dusty rose kind of almost borderline neutral shade on my hand at least. So I really like this one. This is Warm and Toasty Turtleneck. I really like this shade. It's a dusty purple and it has a little bit of a gray tone in it, and I think it's very lovely in the fall kind of time. It's fall appropriate, but also a little bit pinky compared to just the gray neutrals. This is Sexy Divide. It's a, would you call this metallic? I'm not too sure, but as you can see, it's very shiny on the nails and it gives that shine or that sheen. It's really pretty. Then we have Shearling Darling. This one is a darker wine magenta kind of shade, and I think it's perfect for the fall time. This is Toggle to the Top. So this one is similar to Shearling Darling, but it just has a lot of reddish glitter in it, and I think that makes it so much more interesting, and I use this a lot during like Christmas or New Year time. This is In the Lobby. Also, it's a wine darker red color, and I just love those kind of shades in the fall time. Then we have Couture. So this one is a satin finish. I think they call it right here cashmere. So it's just a satin finish. I think because it has a lot of shimmer, it actually makes it really interesting. It's satin, but it has a shimmer. And if you want, you can top it with a top coat, and it also makes a very nice purplish neutral shade. This is Take It Outside. I think this came from a fall collection a couple years back, and I love every shade from that fall collection, and this one is no exception. Armed and Ready is one of my favorites from Essie, and I think it's similar to Gemma almost in a way. It's an army green with a lot of shimmer in it, and this shimmer is definitely very obvious. The Perfect Cover Up is also from that fall collection I just mentioned, and this one is kind of like a one coater. It's a deeper navy blue shade, and the best part is that it doesn't really stain your nails, so I love it. Also from that fall collection we have Fall in Line. This one is on the sage army green kind of shade side, and I love this one too. Then we have Turquoise and CAICOS. This one is definitely a classic. It's kind of not really minty green in my eyes. It's more like a muted minty green. This is Candy Apple, and I think Candy Apple is kind of like the lightest blue that you could have, but also still very crisp. Who is the Boss is also from a bridal collection. I love this shade. It's kind of borderline the baby blue or gray. It's hard to describe, but I really like this one. I think it makes a great manicure. The Bush is really pretty. I think this is the lightest dusty green that I have. I usually don't like green shades, but this one looks so good on your nails, and it has a lot of yellow tint in it, I just realized. Then I have Chillato. This one is somewhat new to me. I think it came out last year maybe, or maybe 2014, and I think this one is just very unique. It's kind of a pistachio green, but a little bit more yellow in that sense, and it's bright and crisp, but also very muted. So I think this is perfect for the springtime. We have Bikini So Teeny. This one is definitely a star product. I think this is a perfect light blue with a lot of silver shimmer. It just looks so interesting on the nails. I think I love it on my nails or on my toes during the summer. Virgin Snow is one of my newest additions to my collection. So this one is kind of on the baby blue, but also gray, borderline even white kind of side. I think it's very interesting because it is such a cool tone shade. It makes it appropriate in the winter and also in the summer. Next is Saltwater Happy, and this one is extremely similar to Virgin Snow, I would say, and I bought them together too. I just didn't realize how close they are. I probably would get rid of one of them. In the Cabana is one of the well-talked shades on YouTube as well. This one is kind of interesting. It's hard to describe. I would say it's a blue but also green and also a little yellow kind of shade. I think all the greens from Essie, they are all very unique. So I do like greens from Essie. Smooth Sailing is one of my older polishes from Essie. I love it because it's kind of a navy blue shade with a lot of silver shimmer, and it's very prominent, the shimmer on your nails, so I love it. Boxer Shorts. This one is kind of an interesting purple-ish blue shade. I think it's very nice in the summer. The last one is Stroke of Brilliance. This is a glitter shade. I don't have a whole lot of glitter from Essie, as you can see. I mostly just get shimmers and creams from Essie because I think the color could be somewhat interesting, and then they don't do really unique glitters anyways, and this is one of the exceptions. I think I do like this one on top of a lot of manicures. It does give a somewhat unique finish. So that's all of the Essie nail polishes that I have. And as you can see, most of them are more like summer shades, especially like over here, as you can see. I do have a few darker shades, but not a whole lot. I think generally I prefer Essie's summer green, mint green, blue-ish shades like that, I think they do make interesting colors. And also, maybe you have noticed a lot of the stickers of Essie are on top and some of them are on the bottom. I think, to my understanding, is that because Essie are sold in both drugstores and salons, so if they're sold in drugstores, say Walgreens, then the stickers are on top like this. But if you buy them from salon places, then they're on the bottom. So that's the only difference, but really the shades and everything, they're the same. So thank you guys for watching. Bye.